Hey moms, welcome. So today I want us to talk about gender prediction, and that is the old wives' tales of gender prediction. So you're most likely pregnant, but you've not yet gone to the hospital for a scan to confirm whether you're having a boy or a girl, okay? But there are other ways of, coming up with an idea of whether you're having a boy or a girl. And those are called the old wives' tales, okay? So I'm here to share those with you. Also, I'm going to be sharing my experience with you guys and we'll see how it goes. So to start off, it's the cravings, okay? So it is said that if you are craving more salty things, like sour things, salty things, then you're most likely having a boy. And if your cravings are sweets, you have a sweet tooth, so you're craving sweets, fruits, stuff like that, then you're most likely having a girl. And with my own experience, before I got pregnant, okay, of course, I love sweets. I just love sweet things, basically. I have a sweet tooth. But when I got pregnant, I started disliking those things. Before I got pregnant, I used to enjoy my yogurts. I used to enjoy ice cream. I used to enjoy chocolate, stuff like that. And there's also some donuts I used to eat that had cream in them. So I used to enjoy my donuts with cream and stuff like that. But when I got pregnant, I didn't like those things anymore. Not anymore. I was into salty things. I gave up on all those sweet things. I don't know what. I actually used to take plain milk without sugar. Yeah, I would buy my cold juicer from the fridge and drink that as my morning tea. I used not to want sugar anymore. So I would take my cold milk and with things like maybe samosas, things like that. I preferred salty things to sweet things. So yeah, this could be a right prediction. So if you're also craving sour and salty, you could be having a boy. But if you're craving sweet things, most likely it's a girl. And then there's also what they call the garlic test, okay? So it is said that if you eat garlic, like if you are able to eat garlic, but you don't smell like it, garlic is too smelly, So under normal circumstances, when you eat garlic, when you talk, the whole place will be full of the garlic smell. However, if you're pregnant with a girl, when you chew garlic, your breath won't smell anything like garlic. However, if you're pregnant with a boy and you chew garlic, it will be smelling garlic. So you could try that test if you're in position to eat garlic. I know most people just hate the smell of garlic. But if you can't eat the garlic, then you could try that test and find out if you're having a boy or a girl, depending. If it smells, it's a boy. If it doesn't smell, then it's a girl. And then we have the morning sickness. Actually, most pregnancies usually come with morning sickness, right? Yeah, so obviously most pregnant women get morning sickness. But if it's crazy, if it's too much, like you have lots of nausea, a lot of vomiting, if you have a lot, excessive morning sickness, then it's most likely a girl. And if your morning sickness is manageable or you completely have none, then it's a boy. In my case, I had no morning sickness. And indeed, I had a boy. So, yeah, that's another plus for the old wives' tales. So, most likely, if you have no morning sickness, like I had no morning sickness, it's most likely a boy. If you have a lot of it, it's crazy. It's a girl. And then there's what they call the pregnancy glow. So, it's said that a girl steals the mom's beauty. So they say if you're pregnant with a girl, then most likely you won't really glow. Your face will all be messed up. You won't have the pregnancy glow if you are carrying a girl, because it says the girl steals the mom's beauty. However, if you're carrying a boy, most likely you'll keep your glow. You'll be shining, yeah? For my case, I don't know. I remember losing the glow. I remember losing that glow. Actually, when I was pregnant, I even lost color. I turned dark-skinned. Yet I was pregnant with a boy. So, remember, these are just predictions. So, remember, we're all different. Our bodies are, wired differently, and even our babies are wired differently. So it can be different for me, it could be different for you. The other thing could be how you carry your stomach. Okay, so it's said that if you're carrying high, by carrying high I mean that your pregnancy belly is like up here, it's starting from like up here, then most likely you're having a girl. And if you're carrying low, like your belly is low, you're most likely having a boy. And I remember I was carrying low and I had a boy, so this could be true as well, or I should say it was true for me. Yes, I was carrying low and I had a boy. So I said if you're carrying high, you are most likely having a girl. So what are you carrying? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section what you think it is. Okay, all right, but I still have more. So next is the mood swings. Yeah, so of course what do you think if we talk mood swings? Do you think it's a girl or a boy? Yeah, obviously girls are moody, girls are, you know. So yes, it is said if you have mood swings, you can easily switch. You could be happy and then over time you find yourself angry or sad for no reason, you know. Just find that even those women who cry when they are pregnant for no reason, she just starts crying. So if you find yourself crying for no reason, you could be having a girl. Yeah, or if you find yourself getting angry all of a sudden, you've been happy and now you're angry and pissed at everyone, you don't want anyone to look at you, things like that, you're most likely carrying a girl. But if you're calm and you're just keeping your cool and you're just your usual self, then you're most likely having a boy. And I was calm and my usual self, I wasn't moody at all. So this is one I also agree with, because I wasn't moody at all and I had a boy. Yeah. The other thing is the outlook of your belly. So it is said that if your belly is like only at the front, you know, like a basketball, like, then you're probably having a boy. But if your belly is all over the place, like if someone is at your back, when you're carrying a boy, if someone is at your back, they can't even tell that you're pregnant. Okay, but with a girl, they can tell that you're pregnant because your belly is like all over the place. It's at the front, it's at the sides, so someone can easily tell that you're pregnant. Then you're most likely having a girl. But if your belly is just all round and just here like a basketball, then you're most likely having a boy. And my belly was like that. It wasn't like huge all over the place. It was just, you know, just like a basketball, just at the front here and not at the sides. So kudos for that as well, right? And then they say that if you have a son, like I already have a son, so if I got pregnant, they say that if your boy is interested in your belly, like they like touching it, they like playing with it, they show interest in it, then you are most likely having a girl. But if your son or your sister's son or your friend's son, just any kid you have around home with you, and they're not minding your pregnancy at all, then you're most likely having a boy. But if they show interest, they want to touch it, they want to ask you about it, they are so interested, then you could be having a girl. I don't know about this one. I'll find out. And then there's what they call the linea negra. The linea negra is that black line on our bellies. You know, we have that black line on our bellies. So when you're pregnant, it gets darker and it's more visible. Yeah? So it says that if that line is growing upwards, if it's more visible, moving upwards, like from the belly button upwards, then you're most likely. But if it's growing southwards, like it's more visible from your belly button downwards, then most likely it's. So what does yours look like? You can look at it and tell, is it a boy or a girl? And then headaches. Oof. Guys, when I was pregnant, I had crazy headache. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to remember that. It was so crazy. I could get very painful headaches. And it is said by the old wives' tales that if you have a lot of headache, then you're most likely having a boy. And if you have no headaches, or maybe you get just a little bit, but mostly no headache, then it's most likely a girl. And like I said, I had a boy and I had lots of headaches. That was the worst part of my pregnancy, I think. Yeah, the headaches were the worst part of it. Headaches aside, and then the heartburn. That is another thing I so much struggled with. Heartburn. And it is said that if you're having lots of heartburn, then you could be having a girl. If you're having no heartburn, then it's a boy. But for me, I had a lot of heartburn. I could get crazy heartburn, most especially in the night. I could get a lot of heartburn in the night, and it is said that it's a girl if you have a lot of it. Though I had a boy, you all know that. But with heartburn, it is also said that if you get a lot of heartburn, it's because your child is growing hair, and when you give birth, your child will have a lot of hair. And that was true for me, because when I gave birth to my son, he had a lot of hair on his head. But also with the heartburn, because even that was just too much, it was crazy while I had it. But there are ways of how to do away with the heartburn. Actually, I'm going to make a video sharing different things you could do away with the heartburn. But one of those things, because like for me, I had the heartburn usually, I would get it mostly in the night. Like in the middle of the night, I would wake up and it's killing me and I'm coughing, it's burning me, I want water. So one of the things you could do to do away with the heartburn is actually eating earlier before bed. I realized that every time I would eat, then go to bed, I would get a lot of heartburn. But if I eat earlier, like at 7 p.m., and then I go to bed like at 9 or 10, I wouldn't get the heartburn. So that's a quick remedy for you. If you have a lot of heartburn and you're pregnant, try having your dinner much earlier before your bedtime. Okay? But then also, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss out on any videos. So I'll soon be sharing more tips on how to do it with heartburn while pregnant, and I'll be sharing that video soon. So please subscribe and hit the notification button so that you do not miss out. The other thing could be that you could look at is gracefulness or clumsiness. So you say that if you're graceful and you're gliding through so well, moving on smoothly, then you're most likely having a girl. But if you're clumsy and all over the place, hitting things here and there, it's most likely a boy. And I remember I was clumsy and forgetful as well. So I could be having a boy if you're having such, yeah. And then there's also the sleeping position, how you prefer to sleep when you go to bed. If you prefer to sleep on your right side, then you're most likely having a girl. And if you prefer to lie on your left side, then you're most likely having a boy. I don't remember what side I would prefer sleeping on. I don't remember. But that's it. If you prefer sleeping on the left, it's probably a boy. If you prefer sleeping on the right side, it's probably a girl. And then dry skin. So it's said that if you have dry skin, your hands are dry, your legs, if you just generally have dry skin during your pregnancy, you're most likely having a boy. But if your skin is just fine and glowing, you could be having a girl. And then there is these other tests. There is the eye test, there is the ring test, there is the soda bicarbonate test. Okay, let's start off with the eye test. So they say get a mirror and look into your eyes. Just look into the mirror for like a minute. Yeah, keep your eyes in the mirror for like a minute. Anyway, I'm not pregnant, so this doesn't count for me. But it said that if your pupils are dilating, then most likely you're having a boy. And if your pupils are not dilating, then you're probably having a girl. And then there is also the ring test. Okay, so you get a string, put a ring in it, and then just lie down on your back and then hold the ring in front of your stomach. If the ring moves from side to side, then you could be having a boy. However, if it moves around in circles, then you could be having a girl. And then also the heart rate. It is said that if your baby's heart rate beats faster, is it more than 140 something? That is if you go for the scan and you realize that your baby's heartbeat is much faster, then it's most likely a girl. But if it's not that fast and it's probably below 140 something, then it's a boy. And then there's also the soda bicarbonate test. Is it baking soda? I don't think it's the baking soda. I think it's the soda bicarbonate. So you get that, and you get fresh urine, your own urine. So you get a cup of the urine and pour in the baking soda. And said if it fizzles and bubbles like soda does, like real soda, when you pour it in a glass and it bubbles and the bubbles are going up and it's fizzling, then it's a boy. And if nothing happens and it's just almost doing nothing or bubbling a little bit, then it could be a girl. Yeah. So guys, you can try out all those tests that I've shared and find out or have a clue if you're having a boy or a girl. They're just fun tests to do. Eventually, of course, you'll realize what the truth is, and then you will know which of the tales was right for you and which wasn't. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and we made 100 subscribers. Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. Thank you for watching the videos. I do appreciate it. So please share the videos with your friends. Share the videos with the mamas out there that need this information. So please give the video a thumbs up, like, please comment. Let me know which of these happened for you and what your baby's gender turned out to be. Or any other predictions I haven't mentioned that you probably tried out and know they are right. Please let me know in the comment section. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.